Hey, so today I'm going to talk about Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I love this book. It was so much fun. It made me so happy to read. I just was smiling most of the way through, and I was just, at the end of it, I was like so happy and smiling. It was one of those like fluffy, light romances that's just so cute and adorable, and this was like the most adorable book I've read in such a long time, and I had so much fun reading it. This is about a 16-year-old boy named Simon Spear, and it rhymes with beer. I don't know why I added that, and he's 16 years old, he's a junior in high school, and he is gay, but only one person knows, and that's the person that he's emailing. And he doesn't know who he's emailing. It's this secret person whose name is Blue, but that's like their secret name, and they kind of just talk to each other about things, and they can be more open about stuff, and just sort of, it's a space where he kind of is himself and gets to talk about things that he wouldn't be able to talk about with other people. And then these emails get found by someone at his school who decides to blackmail him, and that's sort of the premise of the story. That's where things kick off. And yeah, it's about that. It's about the sort of crush he has on the person that he's emailing, and about him being blackmailed, but also about just his growth and his high school experience and his junior year at high school, and just about him, I don't know, growing. And yeah, that's sort of what the book is about. My favorite thing about the book was definitely Simon. Simon was just such a great character. You root for him like immediately, and his life is just, I don't know, there's something about it that is like, it's his life and it's distinct, and he's a very well developed character, and he's Simon, but you sort of like see yourself in him or in his perspective or in his experiences and kind of remember that. And the author does this really good job of like having Simon talk about or experience like just like small things that you experience when you're in high school, or like when you're younger, unless you are younger than things that you experience right now. It brought up those moments that everyone kind of has, and it was kind of relatable in that way. But yeah, Simon was such an authentic narrator. He just told everything really well, and his perspective on things was really interesting. It was unique and different, but it's still, I still liked it and still enjoyed it. He had flaws, but I was still rooting for him despite them. And yeah, it was just really interesting to see him and his kind of growth, and to see him with his friends and how he interacted with them, and also with the person he was emailing. That was just adorable. It was just the most adorable, cute thing. Like the way that developed, the romance in the book, it was so cute. Something I think people will like is that Simon is described as a boy. Like, he is actually distinctly a boy, and he talks about, you know, those types of things, and sex is mentioned in the book, but it's never crude. So if you ever like read a story from a boy's perspective and you maybe like feel like it's always too crude, or like they talk about sex too much, I think this was a really good balance, and it sort of like touches on that, but it doesn't go too far. So that was really great. Sexuality and like those kinds of things were touched on in this book, and there are other issues as well that were sort of touched on, but I feel like the main focus of the book is Simon's growth and just his relationships and the way that he changes. So that is there, those aspects, but it's more about like the romance and about him growing and him learning and stuff like that. I also like some of his friends, Abby and Leah. They were really well developed and described characters, and really interesting and fun to read about, and to read about like how they interacted with each other. They had kind of like an interesting relationship with each other, and also with Simon, and the conflicts that kind of arose between those three people were really interesting as well. And yeah, I just really liked them as friends and as individuals. The other characters though weren't as great. They weren't as well developed. His other friends are kind of just there, and other characters aren't as explored as I wish they were, and that's kind of something I didn't like. And then the other thing that I didn't like, sort of, is that everything basically just ended perfectly. Like, it's one of those cookie cutter perfect endings where everyone just has their moment and they shine and everyone is happy, and it was fun to read. But I don't know, I normally like there to be like a little bit of like loose ends, or not loose ends, but just for not everything to just be fairy tale perfect. So yeah, I did really enjoy the book though. It was such a fun book to read. So adorable, if I haven't said that like a million times. So adorable, so cute. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you read it, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and that's it. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about just a little, well,